What's up YouTube, this is Raf from Elite Bikes. We are here at our workshop today with our first how-to video. I'm going to be showing you how to change the oil on an NMAX 125cc. The NMAX behind me is an NMAX 2021, however is applicable for most NMAXs. So let's get right into it. So these are some of the things you're going to need. You're going to need a socket wrench. You're going to need a 12mm socket, 17mm socket, potentially an extension for the socket wrench, gloves, some sort of container for the oil. You're going to need magic potion, which is brake cleaner, absorbent rags. If you don't have any of these, you can use blue paper or some absorbent paper of some sort. So as you've just seen, all the tools that have been shown and listed, generally speaking, most people tend to drain their oil for this bike on the 12mm socket. However, this bike has two actual drain plugs and I'm going to be showing you how to do it. So first we're going to start with this and then we're going to move on to the 17mm. You have your 12mm drain plug over here, which is the drain plug for the sump, and then you have your gauze filter cap over here. You place your socket wrench on the 12mm. I'm going to start with the 12. You can do these in any order you like, it's up to you. You grab and hold your wrench tightly, and I just like to give it a little whack. And then there it is, that's loose. So now change to the 17mm socket just to loosen them up. You can do these in any order you like, it's up to you. Just again, another tap, and this loose. You need to be very careful with the heads of the drain bolts, because they can be rounded off quite easily. They can be quite fragile if you put the socket wrench in the wrong way or at the wrong angle. So I generally like to do this part by hand and just undo it by hand completely, and then just let it drain, as you can see. It is always advisable that you clean your drain plug or your drain bolt and the other cap, the 17mm cap, with brake cleaner or white spirit if you don't have any brake cleaner. Just give it a good wipe. Also inspect your drain bolt to make sure the head is not rounded off, and the actual washer. Just make sure it's not bent out of shape, or if it's sort of welded onto or glued onto the drain bolt head, it is always advisable to remove it, order a new one from Yamaha and replace it like so. That part is ready. We're just going to wait until it finishes draining completely so we can move on to the 17mm. Onto the 17mm gauze filter cap. Same process I like to do, just undo it by hand completely. You just remove it like so. Here you have your assembly, which is your cap, your spring, and your gauze filter. Some people call it a sieve or a strainer. This needs to be put back in that order. It is very important for you to clean these and drain it completely. As you can see inside all the gunk and metal residue and impurities that are inside that engine. You need to make sure it's cleaned properly and thoroughly and set it aside once you're ready to put it back in. The rubber seal needs to be inspected and make sure that it doesn't need to be replaced. And I'm just going to go ahead and clean this up now so I can show you. And that's also where the brake cleaner comes in. So if you don't have, as I said, if you don't have brake cleaner, you can do it with white spirit. So let me just go ahead and clean this. So if you can see the difference now, clean as a whistle. The actual rubber seal is in good condition still. You're supposed to do this on the first service, which is at 600 miles for this bike. We generally like to do it every 2 oil changes for our customers. just to be on the safe side and to basically just give it a good clean. So let me just go ahead and clean the rest of it, the spring and the strainer. And then just assemble it back together. So in goes your spring and your gauze filter or strainer. It always needs to be in that order, in that position, and in that arrangement. So now I'm going to screw it back on over there, which can be quite fiddly. So just be patient and you will get there. Okay, so once you get it in, make sure you screw it in properly so you don't end up messing up the thread in the engine casing for the cap. And just tighten it by hand. And now just finish it off with your socket wrench. So the torque settings can be found in the user manual. So now, same thing with the 12mm. Screw it in by hand first. Never do it on the socket wrench to begin with. It can potentially go in the wrong way. So all you need to do is just tighten it snug. Just do a little test with your hand on both. And that's about it. We're gonna go to the other side to top up the oil. So we got to the last step, which is basically top up the oil. So what you're gonna do is this is the oil filler hole. So you're gonna unscrew your dipstick, take it out. Generally speaking, you want to refer to the manual for the quantities and the oil viscosity of each bike. In this case, this bike is a 10W, it uses 10W40 and the customer's choice was Motul 5000. In terms of the actual quantities, again, it's best always to refer to the manufacturer's manual, bike's manual. But with some scooters, you can actually see them on your dipstick, which says, I don't know if you can see that properly, but it says 900 over there, cms, cube cms. So basically you need to put in 900 milliliters of oil, whichever oil you choose to buy, as long as it's in accordance with the manufacturer's manual in terms of viscosity and weight. So a couple of things I forgot to add on the items you needed on this video was a container to measure your oil, which is that one over there, an actual funnel, which will obviously help you when you're topping it up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour 900 mLs in this measuring jug. 900 mils, stick your funnel in. I like to give it a little tap just to secure it so I don't have to hold it, but you can hold it if you want. And then just start pouring it in. So last step, screw it in and done. By now, you should be an expert in changing NMAX's engine oil. We got to the end of our video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, just drop them down below. We'll do our best to try and answer them. If you require any motorcycle maintenance, just come to Elite Bikes. Until the next one.